Hello Swives! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Miya and this video will be a video essay on KCA and the community as a whole. This video features idols and staff from Hwovu Entertainment. Their socials and content will be linked in my pinned comment. Quick disclaimer before we start. Everything I talk about in this video is from my point of view. Everyone has different thoughts and opinions, and no two people will see completely eye to eye. Please keep this in mind and feel free to share your thoughts as well. The KCA community as a whole has developed a lot over the years and has grown to a massive community as it is today. The current biggest KCA name being Linkscats, well known by almost everyone who is part of the community. The earlier stages of the community were much different in operating than today, and that's due to a multitude of reasons. KCA growing in popularity, younger talents joining the community, and just time evolution and change of interest. In my years of KCA back around 2017, the community was still very big but held a lot of differences in how they operate. Most groups weren't set unless you all were close friends, and there was less of a heavy focus on entertainments and fake idols. Everything was usually friends collabing, solo covers usually using your actual face and song by song audition basis. Now the community has developed and changed in a lot of ways, starting with entertainments. Obviously, KCA entertainments have existed for a long time. It isn't a particularly recent development. It just holds a lot of different values now. The community holds a lot of favoring to entertainments, survival shows, and set groups. In recent years, the community has turned into more than just fun covers. It's a little industry, if you will. Not everyone falls into this category, obviously, such as Linkscats like we talked about earlier, but a lot of KCA falls into this category. This community has grown into something super special and unlike anything else. The support for young people trying to get out there and show off their talents and have fun is so incredible. And that's one of my favorite parts about KCA, the support. In a digital age where posting can result in mass amounts of hate and negativity, this community has really brought a lot of positivity. It's hard to find a KCA video, at least on Instagram, where someone is being outwardly negative. Not everything is positive, obviously, but the positive does overweigh the negative. In KCA, the connection between a bunch of people around the world singing and having fun together is amazing, and the positivity comes with it. I also love the recent trend of survival shows. Now I know not everyone likes them, but I think they can be so wonderful if done right. It brings in that fun feeling of friendly competition, good feedback, and overall a way to improve. You can make new friends, learn new things, and gain new skills by just being thrown into a survival show with a bunch of like-minded people. No positives come without negatives, and the KCA community holds no different. While the positivity of KCA has overwhelmed the hate, there are alternate problems. Commitment is a big thing. I see failing the community as a whole. This plays into entertainments and groups specifically. So if you have no interest in that, you can skip this. A lot of KCA groups and entertainments fail early on, even at debut, because of lack of commitment. It's definitely not the only thing that causes failure, more on that in a second, but it is a huge problem. A majority of KCA are teenagers and minors under 21 and mostly under 16. Being part of a group with constant comebacks and constant effort when you're that young can be overwhelming or almost trapping in a sense, and that's one of the things I think goes into the lack of commitment. The passion isn't there. I don't doubt these people are passionate about singing. This is evident. But the passion to be in something bigger, something where the spotlight is shared, is what gets people. KCA has become a very fast-paced environment. There's a new ent, a new SVS, a new group every day, and it can become tiring for people to keep up, especially if they're in a lot of groups. Which leads me to my next point, overbooking. This is a very common thing in acting, dancing, and pretty much any real work environment. Overbooking yourself past what you can handle is a super common theme I see in KCA. So many young people will take on multiple different ents, start their own ents, join survival shows, do collabs, and try to juggle their own solo content at the same time. And never once have I seen a KCA artist hold all of those things up long term. This isn't to say no KCA artists should do more than one thing, but it is a serious issue within the community. So many ents ask for commitment, but it feels like an empty hope rather than a genuine request. New ents, new survivals, shows, and more can seem fun and exciting, but it takes a truly passionate person to commit to something seriously for months or years on end. Which brings us to our next chapter. Now, there are probably quite a few entertainments or groups that have held up long-term, but the one that sticks to my memory instantly is Hwovu Entertainment, and specifically their idols Brooklyn, Lyra, and Noah. For some backstory, before Hwovu was Hwovu, Brooklyn, Lyra, and Noah were all members of a group called Reflection, a group created under Entertainment 10 Hit. They operated for close to a year before the group and staff broke off from 10 Hit and made their own label, now known as Hwovu Ent. Since then, Hwovu has stayed consistent with both Hwo and their sister group DSVU and don't show signs of stopping despite any member changes or internal issues we may not see. All in all, these three members have stuck with each other for close to, if not 2 years, constantly staying committed to the group and the entertainment. So that made me wonder, how has Hwo and Hwovu Ent stayed so consistent and committed for so long? Well, a few of the Hwovu idols and staff have given me that exact answer. Here's their interviews.
I think Hwovu has the advantage of our management team. They maintain a very good balance of professionalism while also understanding for the members when our outside life obligations get in the way. So even though we are expected to have a certain level of commitment as if this were a job, if something comes up, they're very understanding and the other members come together to cover any parts that may need to be filled due to a member's unexpected hiatus. Also, having a dedicated mixer and graphic artist helps, I think, because it's not on any of the members to not only record their own parts but also mix the track or make a video for the current project.
One of the big things I think that's kept us so tight and committed is our connection, honestly. No matter how many new members are added or old members leave, we always connect so well and mesh so well with each other. We're able to goof off and have fun with each other, but also get in our lines on time and be dedicated to the covers as well. We also just have some of the most killer staff ever though, which gives us a big leg up. We have a strong management team who does an awesome job at keeping us all in line and focused while also being easygoing and understanding. We get clear deadlines, clear expectations, and we follow through. If someone has a hiccup, our management is always so understanding and always sorts it out and works with us.
Hwovu's stability has absolutely been because of the consistency in our process and management with every cover. We're gracious enough to have managers, editors, and producers with authentic training in the industry and how to put out a good cover, which has allowed us to stay afloat for so long.
I think that the key to our success is how close we all are in our individual groups and how supportive we are of each other. We can always have open discussions about anything, including our covers, and I believe it helps us improve.
I personally believe that one of the biggest strengths for Hwo and Hwovu Entertainment as a whole is just sense of community and the dedication of everyone. Hwo has tons of fun times and stupid conversations behind the scenes, but also they're timely, talented, and driven to keep going as a group.
I would like to point out that there were a few more questions I asked them which I'm not including in the video as I changed my script halfway through lol. If I get time, I'll put them either in the comments or in the description. There's no doubt that this community is going to continue to be popular and keep growing, and I am so excited to see where it goes. I hope that we can all continue to learn from each other and move forward in a positive direction, avoiding toxicity as much as possible. Obviously, this is a short video essay, so there is a lot I didn't cover, and I don't plan on making a part 2 just because this video took me long enough as is. But if you'd like to see me do a video essay on anything else, let me know in the comments. I'd love to go through things like mixing, editing, a study on vocal tones, or anything like that if there's interest there. If you made it to the end, thank you so very much. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to listen through my opinions to the end, and I hope everyone who watched this video enjoyed it. I love you all. Goodbye.